Alright, welcome students once again. In our last class we were looking at solving equation. Then it was not with fraction. Those other examples I gave you in our last class was not with fraction. But today we are going to step up a little to a little bit difficult, complex, but you can handle it very well at the end of the lesson. You should be able to teach somebody this one. So now we are going to look at this equation. Like I said last time, when you have this equal to sign here, which means that all the value you have here are equal to what you have here. When you finally arrive at the value of x, you fix here, fix another value of x here. It must be equal to what you have in the left hand side must be equal to what you have in the right hand side. So we are going to solve the equation together. Follow me as we move into solution. Solution. We have 4x minus 3 all over 2 equals 9x minus 6 all over 8 plus. Before we move on, we are going to work on an aspect of that equation which has a mixed number, 2 whole number, 3 over 4. 2 whole number, 3 over 4. We are going to change this mixed number to improper fraction. You were taught that already. By simply saying, put multiplication here, put addition there. So 4 times 2 is 8. 8 plus 3 is what? 11. So you have 11 all over 4. So that is it. That is just that in the second step in finding solution to that. Now, the next thing for us to do now is, follow me as we move, is 4x minus 3 all over 2 equals to 9x minus 6 all over 8 plus 11 all over 4. In this other step, we are going to step further by concentrating on this side only. When we concentrate here, we'll come back to key in this one. Let's concentrate here by finding this is there are two fractions here. This is over 8, this is over 4. Find the LCM. Remember what we said last time. In your JS1, your primary school, you were taught LCM of 8 and 4 is going to be 8. So in finding this LCM, we say 8 goes to 8 one time. That 1 times 9x, 1 times 9x, any number you multiply by 1 is still that number. 9x still remain. Minus, remember, 8 into 8 is still 1. That same 1 we said already is multiplied by this to have this. Go to multiply it to have this too. So all over 6. So 6 will still come down. Plus, this plus come down here. 4 into 8, 2 times. 2 times, that 2 times 11. 2 times 11 is what? 22. That is it. In that case, you have a very fresh fraction. What I can call it, a very fresh fraction. So we bring down, let's continue here so that we can bring it out. We now have 9x minus 6 plus 22 all over 8. That's what we are saying now. Now bring down this so that we can concentrate with it. Continue to bring down this other fraction by saying 4x minus 3 all over this very 2. Don't forget it is equation. Bring down this equals to sign here. So you now have a new equation which you are going to do what we always call, say, cross multiply. We are going to do another operation here, cross multiply. Call it cross multiply. What that simply means is that you are going to have 4x minus 3 all over 2 equals 9x minus 6 plus 22 all over 8. All over 8. That is it there. Now, in cross multiplying it, we are going to have something this way. This one goes, multiply this by this, also multiply this by that. That is what we mean by cross multiply. In cross multiplication of this particular one, we are going to have something very interesting, which I would love us to have enough space over there in this other side. This is a process that we don't need to joke. Let me put it here again. 4x minus 3 all over 2 equals 9x minus 6 plus 22. Remember how we got the 22, don't forget. All over 8. In cross multiplication of that, we start with this. As I said the other way, 8 times 4x. 8 times 4x minus 8 times 3. 8 times 4x minus 8 times 3. 8 times 3. You have done this one, this side. Also do it this way. Don't forget the equals to sign will come back. Now you continue again. 9 times 2. 9 times 2 times 9x is going to be 18x. 2 times minus 6 is going to be minus 12. 2 times, after minus 12, don't forget your plus sign. This 2 times 22 is going to give you 44. That is what we mean by cross multiply. By that. Now 4 times x is going to be 4 times 8 times 4x is going to give you 32x minus 8 times 3, 24 equals, remember we have already done something there, equals 18x minus 12 plus 44. Now there's what we call in mathematics collect like terms together. Collection of like terms. That simply means that all the numbers that are supposed to be, together, go to the other side. Like this one will go to the left. This other one too, we will take it to the left. Then all the number that has unknown, we bring them out here first. Then take the one that does not have unknown, cross the other way. So now what simply that means is that, what simply means there is that we are going to have 32x minus, when this one crosses to this side, it will become plus, minus 18x. Follow me as we go. 18x, and that equals minus 12 is standing in front now, plus 44. Now when minus 24 crosses the square sign, it will become plus 24. So plus 24. So in this case, this minus this will give you 14 if you calculate it well. 14x equals minus 12 plus 44 plus 24. That will give you 14x minus 12 plus 68. If you add it well, that one you should know it already. We have talked about that. So 14x equals minus 12 plus 68 is going to give you, if you check your number line very well, if you can recall your directed number that you were taught in just one, minus 12 plus 68 is going to give you 56. So now, in mathematics, we have a language that says divide both sides by coefficient of x. The coefficient of x here is 14. So we are going to say 14x all over 14 equals to 56 all over 14. If you take time and do that very well, you cross this out, x will stand by itself. If you check very well, this 56 divided by that is going to give you x is equals to 4, and that is the answer. So if you put 4 wherever you have x, and then check, it will balance for the left and you also balance for the right. We are going to learn how to check on this one, because I didn't teach you how to check, use the answer to check if you are correct. In this case, you don't even need to go to look for anywhere. Once you put this 4, the value of x here, if it doesn't give you what you want, it means that your x is wrong. The value of your x is wrong. So in our next step, I'm going to show you how to check if you are correct with this same equation. So watch out, and then let's take at least a 2-minute break before we handle that as you put this one down. Okay, as we said before, we have done the same equation. We have gotten our value for x to be 4. But since I did not teach you how to check, I want to use this opportunity to show you how to check your answer. When you have the value for x, which is this 4, x in our calculation is equal to 4. We are going to substitute x wherever we see, we are going to put 4 wherever we see x in the first equation, and do the same thing in the second equation. Let us check, do what we call checking. Check. Sorry, let me put it down well. All right. Come up, let's check. Look over, let's check this one. If we are actually correct. You know, it's equation. What you have in the left hand side must be equal to what you have in the right hand side. Let's check. Let's first of all go to the left hand side this time around by having 4x minus 3 all over 2. It must be equal to what you have the other way around. Let's still write that equation down. In that equation, we are going to write it the other way around here. 9x minus 6 plus 11 all over 4. Don't forget how we got it. Now let's see if the value will balance. Let's follow. Follow me as we go. In this case of checking, wherever you see x, you put 4. So 4, in place of x, we put 4. The value here, when x is equal to 4. Don't forget, when x is equal to, let me put it down. When x is equal to 4. That's what we are saying. So we continue here. 4x means 4 times 4 minus 3 all over 2. Wow. 4 times 4 is 16 minus 3 all over 2. 16 minus 3 gives you what? 16 minus 3 will give you 13 all over 2. That is that. So if you share 13 oranges for 2 children, something will remain. Something will remain. So it's going to be, here will be 6 whole number. If you do it well, you don't need to take us back to your simple division. You're going to be 6 whole number 1 over 2. That is that. So we have put the value of x, we have put value of x here and have this value. It also means that in this other equation, we are going to work on. Then follow me as we go then. There's a value here equals to, let's follow it. Put 4 wherever you have x. It means in place of x here, we put 9 times 4 minus 6 plus 11 all over 4. Don't forget your over 8. Take a look at that. A close look at that is going to show you something very interesting. 9 times 4 will give you 36, if you check well. Minus 6 plus 11 over 4. Don't forget your over 8. Continue with it. Take a look at that. Look at it closely. You will have, first of all, 36 minus 6 is going to give you 30. 30 all over 8 plus 11 all over 4. Wow, that's interesting. Don't forget this kind of fraction. Say find the LCM. Of 8 and 4, which you know already. We have done something like that before here. You put 8 here, don't forget. 8 into 8, 1. Any number you multiply by 1 is that same number. So 1 times 30 is 30. Plus 4 here is 2. 4 here is 2. Don't forget, we have done this kind of thing before. So if it is 2, that 2 times 11 is 2 times 11, 22. Wow. So you now have, if you check very well in your calculation, you have this plus this is 52. 52 all over 8. I don't want to waste time. I want to assume if you do this very well, you will eventually land at 6 whole number 1/2. That one you are not to be spoon-fed. You know the answer already if you work it out. So it's going to be 6 whole number 1/2. It might not even be 1/2 directly, but when you reduce it to its lowest term, it will give you that half like that way. So that is what it means. It means that when if we put 4 here, and it will finally land us at this 6 whole number 1/2. If we also put value of that 4 which we had here, and if we follow it very well, it will still land us well, which means that the equation is balanced. Here, and here, they are equal. That's how to check it. In anywhere, whether your teacher has marked it for you or not, you can do this kind of calculation and then do your checking. This one you can teach yourself with this approach. Let us see how we can handle it again in our next class. We are going to look at what problem. Some of the equation, some problem that will lead us to form an equation. That one is in our everyday life as we normally handle. See you in the next segment. Thank you.